Hello everyone, welcome to your weather review for New York City for the month of June 2018. June was a very unsettled month in New York, and also I'm going to mention in this video I will take a look at the current temperatures in the New York area as of 4 p.m. on Sunday, July 1st, 2018, as we are witnessing honestly the hottest day of the entire year, in my opinion, when you look at the heat indexes today here in New York, and some even down in Delmarva that I need to get into. And for my Delmarva fans, as I said, I don't do weather reviews for Delmarva that much because it's just too confusing to get into, but New York is my home and this is where I spend most of the year anyway, so the only time I ever mention Delmarva for these weather updates is when we have a severe weather alert. And quite frankly, today, the example of what's going on with these heat advisories and excessive heat warnings, I need to discuss it in this video today. So before I get off topic, with the first thing I want to discuss is, of course, the weather review for June. So let's get into it. The most amount of rain we had in one day, believe it or not, was back on Thursday at Central Park. The observatory recorded 1.36 inches of rain, as you can see right there. The warmest day was right here. Well, technically let me figure this out. Yeah, the warmest day either had to be Friday or Saturday, the 30th. We don't know the accurate high temperature, but when I was able to make out, the high did get to 91. So June 30th is the warmest day of the month. The coolest day of the month, if we can take a look at that for a sec, I think there's a 3-day tie with June the 4th, June the 6th, and then June the 7th. And then you look at the coldest evenings, 58 degrees. That was our coolest time, and honestly, I love the weather, but there were a couple humid days that I do remember from the month of June, if we could find it. Oh, wait a minute, I remember. This was the hot day. I remember being at Carl Scholl's that day, 89 on May 29th. Now I remember. So yeah, June was pretty unsettled. There were a nice couple of days that weren't humid, but as we ended the month, we are noticing very dangerous temperatures today in both the New York City area and, of course, the Delmarva Peninsula. So now that we got the weather review out of the way for June, we'll go to today's weather. Here in New York today, where I am in Queens and the rest of the 5 boroughs, if my mouse can quickly highlight that, we have, of course, a very urgent situation with the heat warnings, and this is not good weather for anybody who's sensitive to this heat. The mentally ill, senior citizens, young children. I honestly do have to worry about senior citizens because obviously I work at a nursing home, and tomorrow is the only day of the week I can honestly check up on the residents that I see week to week, and I'll deal with that personally tomorrow. But yes, excessive heat warning today for the 5 boroughs. Southern Nassau County, surprisingly, is not under this excessive heat warning. They should be, but probably because you have that nice breeze in the South Shore, so that would make complete sense. You, of course, have Islip, Riverhead, all Suffolk County under heat advisory, so we'll take a look at my cause of concern first. So this is from the NWS office in Upton. So here's the emergency heat, the excessive heat warning. Well, this is an emergency, but it should be an emergency heat warning. Alright, so the National Weather Service has issued a excessive heat warning in effect until 9 p.m. tomorrow, Monday, July 2nd, 2018. The highest heat indexes are occurring right now as of 4 o'clock and going into the early evening hours. Extreme heat can cause illness and death among the at-risk population as I was mentioning, the mentally ill, senior citizens, and of course young children, and of course people who honestly cannot breathe in the dangerous ozone levels. I forgot to mention that, but I'm only looking out for those people. Okay, take extra precautions. Obviously tomorrow my situation will be different. I will be in air conditioning, so that's pretty good news, I guess. My situation, yes, when possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening. The thing is, I need to go get lunch tomorrow, so I won't be out that much when I do the weekly walk and talk tomorrow, which those get pre-recorded now on. They don't usually get live on Periscope anymore, so I just want to give a heads up on that. Yeah, the mental health conditions. Yes, exactly. Homes without air conditioning can be much hotter than outside. I have my air conditioner here in my studio. It's on blast today. I mean, I'm nice and cool in here, but I really do feel bad for the people who have to be outside today. And my dad's out, but thankfully he's in an air-conditioned vehicle, so he's fine today. He made sure to get the AC fixed to be prepared for the summer, at least. Alright. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. If you need an ambulance, when you call 911, please be straightforward with them here in New York City. Do not ask for the police. I'm going to say this now. If you aren't noticing that you are under a heat stroke today, this goes into tomorrow. If you dial 911 here in New York City, this involves all 5 boroughs. Please tell the dispatcher straightforward you need an ambulance because you are noticing symptoms of heat stroke. If you ask for the police, they cannot do anything. An ambulance from the fire department will be able to help you. And thankfully, my situation is we have a good firehouse on Utopia, so they come very quickly when we have a real emergency like this. So if you're noticing it, just remember, tell them straightforward you need an ambulance, and they'll get you to an ambulance dispatcher immediately. Because I've had to call for an ambulance once I witnessed an accident, and New York City 911 does help you when you need an ambulance. I'll give them credit when credit's due, at least. Okay, then we have the heat advisory. That. I'm just going to quickly double check this for a sec. So this is odd. How come it says New York City's not under this? Because it looks like New York City is under this. So let me just double check this for a sec. I'll find it here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So I am in Northern Queens right here. So it pretty much is same thing implies for me, obviously. So now we're going to take a look at Delmarva. Here's Delmarva's situation right now. Pretty much all of the peninsula is under a heat advisory today. There's no excessive heat warnings, but I think Wakefield got this completely wrong. There should have been a heat advisory near Easton today. I don't know why they didn't put a heat advisory. There also should have been a heat advisory here, but I can understand why Wacomico and Worcester didn't get under that. But what I'm wondering is Kent County under a heat warning today? So we're going to find that out right now as soon as we go over there. So here's Mount Holly's information. They only put Kent and Sussex County in a heat advisory, so I don't know why Kent's not under a excessive heat warning, because they only put Newcastle under a excessive heat warning, probably because it's more inland. But yeah, Philadelphia, Burlington County, New Jersey, oh boy, they're baking today. I could already tell they are. So we really don't need to go in-depth that much. So now we're just going to take a look at some temperatures right now here in New York. So right now, oh boy, I cannot believe this is real. I cannot believe this is actually the real temperature right now, as you're looking at it right here. I'm not even putting it in full screen. It's 4:17 right now. Right now, I'm even gonna look up the Central Park number as we're recording this. It is right now 102 degrees in New York City right now. How cool is Ocean City? Yep, like I figured, 86. So this is very alarming. We're gonna have to see if Central Park has the reading. And yeah, I'm sorry for doing this badly, but we'll try to get the Central Park reading. Yeah, the Museum of Natural History. This is the closest thing. Wow, Central Park West, 100 degrees right now. We're gonna have to pull up the W under map right now because am I seeing this right? This has to be the wrong information. I found another web browser that's cooperating with the under map today. So we'll quickly take a look at some of the temperatures right now from other stations being reported in the New York area. So I'm trying to see if Central Park has something, but there's only, yeah, here's Central Park right now. From what they're making it out, they're only reading it's 96 over there. And look inland, I mean, one station in Queens is reporting 102, Fort Taunton's reporting 97, Bronx Neck Bridge over here. So there are a few stations reporting it, but if you look over here and see what I mean, the South Shore, they are lucky. They are only in the low to upper 80s right now. So they're getting that nice South Shore breeze. But inland, one temperature is reading 95. So that's something interesting. Yeah, look over here, right? Robert Moses. It's in the low 80s. How lucky are they? How lucky are they? Hampton's upper 80s. We'll check Montauk as an example and see how. See, they're cooler. They're only 78 degrees right now. They're only 78 degrees in Montauk today. I figured for fun, let's see if Nantucket will come up. Yeah, Nantucket. That's one place I want to be today. Martha's Vineyard. Look at Martha's Vineyard today. That's actually a place I would want to be. One place I definitely would want to be. Yeah, see, this heat's even going into Boston. Like, this heat is just taking over the entire Northeast. And to give you an idea, this is why I like Undermap. This is why I like it, because they tell you how hot it is. Look at inland New Jersey. Toms River is baking today. Baking! With all this heat and humidity. So now we'll head into Delmarva, and we'll see how hot it is. I mean, look at Dover. 97 by Bombay Hook. I'm pretty sure if you're at Bombay Hook today, you're noticing that heat. Alright, so here's Rehoboth. Rehoboth's in the upper 90s, surprisingly. That would not surprise me. Yeah, Ocean City, they're in the mid to upper 80s today, but I'm sure on the beach it's still humid out there. So we'll try to take a look at inland Salisbury right now. Inland Salisbury up low 90s, so I'm not surprised. But you add those heat indexes, and this is what I gotta show everybody. I'm gonna go on and telecast in just a sec and give you the right numbers here, because this is just beyond hot when you add the heat indexes. Yeah, so even into DC, you're noticing that all this hot weather. Let's just check Genetique for a sec. Yeah, Genetique's beautiful today. Only the upper 80s in Genetique today. I'm not getting anything from Crisfield. So Easton's in the 90s. Am I surprised? No. Not surprised at all. Parksley is at 90 right now. Exmoor is in the mid 90s, and then we'll just check further down to Virginia Beach. And again, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg. Ooh, I do not want to be in Williamsburg today. I do not want to be there. Mid 90s. That heat index value. I've been there in the summer, and it's not comfortable. That's for sure. So lastly, we'll just go to IntelliCast. So this is the real temperature right now. The real temperature here in Fresh Meadows is 95 degrees. And again, you add that heat index, it's 104. So what I'm trying to figure out is, can you add the humidity into that? Yeah, see with the humidity, it's, I'll go up again. This is a quick example. You add that in, and you say to yourself, well, humidity's going up. Well, that's not the right humidity. Well, it is 45%, but it's still hot. It's still hot with the heat index. You have to add the heat index into this. Okay, so tomorrow will only be 94. Tomorrow will only be 94, but take a look at this. We break this on Tuesday, hopefully. We have to worry about Wednesday because it might rain during the Macy's 4th of July Spectacular. And I'm looking forward to Saturday because I have a party to go to at Nassau Community College. Thank goodness if I have to take the Long Island Railroad next weekend, because I do have a way to get over to Nassau. But look at this, nice and cool next week. Yeah, but then it looks like next week may warm up again, and I may have to do a Delmarva weather update before I head out to Delmarva again next week, because it may heat up again. I don't know if I can deal with it. I mean, maybe I have to spend time in the mall in Dover, or try to go over to the pool in my hotel. Well, we'll wrap it up with an hour by hour for tomorrow to make it seem fair. Okay, so this is odd. This is not helping me. Here we go. So, temperature at noon tomorrow will be 92. But when you add it in, it's 99 for that. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So the heat of the day will probably be around... Temperature starts to drop at 5 o'clock. So, as I said, I will not be out that long. I'm probably just going to have to cut the walk and talk short and go to my shady spot. And if I have to edit the brightness, I will. But yeah, it looks like we're going to cool down. So that's very good news. I'm just trying to figure out the humidity. Partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Again, I may have to figure out where I'm going to go on Thursday, because Thursday's supposed to be my free day next week. So, yeah, that's going to be a little bit confusing. But overall, that's it for this weather review for June and weather update for today. As I said earlier, take it easy out there. This is not something you mess around with. It's hot, it's humid, it's real excessive heat. You have to take this very seriously, everyone. Just remember that. That's it. Till next time, take care.